Hey, how's it going? Welcome back to our daily for today, which is September 7th. We've got tents and trees. Let's get our free coins and let's go into the dailies. And I might come back and do again some of the classic packs as we go. So let's jump into one of these guys here. Actually, let's see what's up in here. I didn't even look. Let's do a couple of quick warm-ups. Let's do that. These are kind of fun to get into sometimes and just blast through them and do all of them. So let's get all these guys in. These two have to be in, which forces you and you. A little bit of a warm-up on a Sunday morning. So, alrighty. The old weekend. And Saturday, and actually, I think I mentioned this yesterday for my daily, that Saturdays are usually like the most busy day that I have. So Sundays are nice and relaxing for me. So usually all I do is I'll do my daily. And that'll be the only work I do in the day. Unless I have something I've got to set up for tomorrow, but I don't today. So I will probably just be doing this and then going relaxing on the couch or playing some video games where I'm not being recording. So anyway, what else do we have here? This 3 here means you guys are all done. So you're out and you are out. That's going to say you are out. You two have to be in. So we can get rid of all, not that one. We can put you in. Now we can get rid of you and then do these guys. Good. And let's see. Let's probably start with the 3 over here. Yeah, we can do that guy. What about this 3 over here? Is he giving me anything? 1, 2, 3. Yeah, we can do these guys and then get rid of all of this and then push this in and finalize that one. Now you have to be in and you. And the 1 is done, so we get rid of that. This one's out too, so you go in. These are all done. So this one here and this one here have to be in. Alrighty, we're getting warmed up. Let's do the 4 because we can just finish it. And the 3 we can do as well. Then that's out. This, and this are all out. You guys are all out. Got a corner there, so you are out. Let's go to this 3 now so we can get rid of the U2 and finish the 1 and go back and finish the 3. Now the 1, 2, and 1 are all done. You were never in anyway, so you can go away. You, and you, and you. All right, one more, and then we'll move on to the more intricate puzzles, if you will. Let's see, let's get all this stuff out of here. Let's go back to looking at our 4 here. Yeah, 1, 2, 3, and 4. That finishes our 1. Does it give us anything else? We can also work on this 3 a little bit, and that's going to tell us what the 2 is, and then that's going to come back and finish the 3. Wait, there was a misclick. You had to be in. Okay. Luckily, I remembered what that was. Usually I finish something and I move on. It completely goes out of my brain instantaneously. Why? Okay. This one had to be in too, right? Goodness gracious. What's all the going on with these things? Corner, you are out. These guys here must be in. You can never be in, so you're out as well. One of you two will be in. It can't be you, so it's you. That's going to put these guys in. It's going to put you here, you, and you. Good. That gets all of those ones done. So let's move on to some of these mid guys. 12 by 15. Let's do the 12 by 12 and the 15 by 15. Since the other one was just 9 by 9s. We just did a bunch of smaller ones, so do we have anything on we can just go for 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. We can get rid of you 2, I guess, and you. Let's clean this thing up a little bit and then see what else we can do. You, and you. How about this 4? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. That means we can get, oh, not you. We can get rid of you and you and you. This 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. You and you are out. And then all of these are just given out. So let's get rid of those. All right. Now let's really focus. This, and this are out because of that 3. That's now going to force you in, and you in. Now it's going to give us one of these 2, but we don't know which one it is just yet. Now the 3 here says these 2 are out. What about this 4? It's not quite there yet. The 3 is though, so these are done. Now this 3 is going to be done. I'll get rid of you guys. You have to go here, you go here, so you are out. This 2 is the only place left over, so it's got to be in. You're a corner, so you can go away. And do we have anything else on here that's now just a given? I don't see it right away, but let's try to find something else going on. Again, we said one of those two, the 2s, the 3s, nothing necessarily staring at me. So if is there just a given that I'm not seeing? Well, like this guy can't ever be in because we removed both options for all of those. Doesn't do quite enough to get to him, but it's something. No, not on you. I was gonna say, is there anything mathematically we can do here? We have no, because we could put all 4 of them here. There's no reason why we couldn't. Okay, 2, 3, 4, 5. These 2 are out because of this grouping here. And 1, 2, 2. Only one of these can be in, so one of these 2 has to be in. But still, that doesn't quite tell me what's going. Oh, right here. Here we go. This guy has to be in, which means you and you have to be in. That's going to get us something because it's going to get all these guys to go. Now that finishes the 3 and the 2. And that tells me you have to be in. Good. That's getting us somewhere now. What about this 4? No, not quite. But one of these 2 has to be in, so that will get rid of you. Now we can get rid of the 4. Now we can say these 3 are in and you are in, which finishes the 2. You have to be in, so you have to be in. That finishes these 1s, which pushes you and you. One of those 2 has to be in, so this one's out. And this 2 now is done, so it's going to tell us what this one is. Get rid of all these guys while we can, and put you, 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 and you. All right. So we got a 7 here. Let's go on him first. See if we can get anything out of that. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Yep, of course. Usually these kind of guys will just give you everything or get you pretty darn close. Didn't mean to do that, but that's okay. To what these are, and it's going to now finish this 1 real quick. And we should probably go back and remove a bunch of options here. Yep, you have to be in. That forces both of you to be in. You're out. 3, 4, 5, 6. We still have an extra option on this 5 at the moment. You're a corner. Oh, you're just in. So that forces you all, which forces you and you. There we go. Corner. All of this is just openness. Good. Now let's see. This 3 is just done. Good. Saw that. Corner, corner. And all of these are just blanks. Might do a little bit of cleanup here to see if we can see anything else that's just a given. There's a lot of cleanup to do, so let's just do it. You, and I think that might be almost it. There's a corner here, so that's out. Now let's start to look back to see what we have. This one here can't be in because we removed too many options. Let's go vertically. Yeah, here we go. This 3, we can put these 2 in. We know one of those 2 is in. This one has to be out now. The 4, it's one of those 2. We don't quite know what that is yet. That 4, no. 3, no. 2, 3. None of these guys are looking great. Maybe this 4 is. Yep, there we go. This one here. And then these other ones have to at least have 1 in, so some of them are out. Did that clear up enough for anything else? What about this 4? Yes, this guy in here and here. And one of those 2 has to be in, so you're out. The 1's not quite there. This 4's not good enough. This 3, we can do a little bit of removal here, so that's something. And then again, we're back over to here. So let's go back this way yet again and see what has been cleaned up since we just did a bunch of removals. Both of these can be out because we remove all options here. Can't quite say on you. Now, I wonder if that transferred up to here. It did, because this 2 now says this one can't be in. Did it do anything else? Because we removed a couple of them from here, if you'll recall. Don't see it, so let's move along. 1, 2, 3, 4. These 2 are out. Okay, well, this isn't... So, yeah, it is. No, it's not. I was going to say it's helpful, but it's not really. But you know, only 2 of these can be in, and so one of these will be in, but that's pretty much a given anyway, so it's not going to give us much. All right, what else do we have? What maybe is there something that is given? Like you can never be in because we remove all options, so you and you have to be in. Good. Gets us a little bit more. This 3 now is good to go, so we can put all of those in. That's going to say you are you and you and you, so you are out. This 4 now has to finish, so this 1 has to finish. Good. Now this 2 has a little bit of work to do because these are out and we can finish. That's not right. Something got incorrectly hit there. This one was out because of that and that. Okay, hopefully that was correct. This one was out. These two, I think I just misclicked something. Yeah, those two are in now. This makes sense because one of these two is. Okay. Alrighty, one of you, this guy here can't be in because of you, which means you are the only option, which means you and you. That's going to set off a little tidal wave here. That's a corner. This one's out, so you're in. That's a corner. 1, 2, 3, those are in. This one can't be because it removed too many options, which forces you in. That comes back and finishes this 3, which is now going to set this off, right? Because that's out and this is in. 3 is done. These guys are all in. This one here is done, so it's going to finish the 4. The 2 is done, so this is going to be the finish of the 5, which finishes the 3, which puts you and you in, which finishes you. Now we just have to work through these guys, which means you're out, so that's you and you. Good. Perfect. That pack is done. Let's see what the next ones are. 9 by 9, 9 by 9. That's the one, yeah, I was looking at previously. Let's do this 12 by 12 and 17 by 17. And I think we're going to move to this no mo here, which is 8 by 8 and 9 by 9. So you here. And again, this is the one with the lesser clues. Is there anything? We got a 5 here maybe we can work with. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Yeah, there's 5 options, so we're going to have to put the ones we can definitely see in. Get rid of all this. There's going to be a little bit of a tangle here, but we can say this one isn't in because we remove all of these options for everything and there wouldn't be enough tents there. Let's get rid of all this stuff that we know can go and clean up the board a little bit. Good. Corner out. Now we have 4 options left here, so none of these can be in. 2 options left here, so this one can't be in. Do both of these have to be in? I think the answer is yes, right? Because we have 4 trees looking at this thing. So we're going to have 4 tents, and that's going to push you in to finish this whole little thing. So that's good. There's nothing on you. What about this 4? No, there's not too much there, but the 2 does work. Now the 4 does get us some work because one of these, well, is that true? Well, this one's out. That we can actually say is true. One of these 2 is in and one of those 2 is in. So that's where we're left off. But this 4 here is done, which is going to tell us that this is the last 2. This is the last for the 4. There we go. You, so you're out. All right, what else do we have here? I don't think there's enough reduction there for now, so we're going to have to find something else. This 2, we can remove these guys. This 2 we already did. That 3 we did for the moment. So we have to find one more little thing to get us... Oh, the 1. We removed those options on these other guys, so this 1 now comes into play, which is going to set off another chain reaction. You are out now. Good, good. Those are good. What did that do to these verticals now? Nothing just yet. Let's see what else we can see. We know all 3 of these can't be in. So this guy here can't use this, which means he does this, and then this does this, which forces a bunch of work that we can now put in. Good. Now that, again, didn't clear all this up because we don't know which ones of these are actually in. What do we have? What do we have? This 2 is still not there. The 2 is not, 3 is still not there. That 3's not done. The 5's not done. Okay, we've got to find one more thing that just is a given, perhaps. And where is that going to be? You are you, you are you. We know one of those 2 is in. We don't have anything on this one. Oh, duh. This guy here is just touching this one. These 2 are in. Cool. So this whole thing is done now. Now this 2 is done. So we can do those, and that's going to put you and you. It's going to finish the 3. Those are all done. This one has to be in, so this one has to be in, which is going to finish this off, and this one. Good. Took a second to find that one little thing. Sometimes when you get stuck, you're just missing where there's a tent touching an empty space, so Always something to try to keep an eye out for. Let's do this 6, or let's look at the 6 and the 7, see if we can get anything out of them. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So anything that removes multiples is out. And we'll clean up as we go as well, because the 6 and the 7 might be working with each other here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. There's way too much there. Okay, what about this 6 maybe? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Yes, this 6 we can get into now. So all of this can get removed for the moment, and that's going to say you have to be in. So those get removed. Now we know one of each of these is out, so anything that removes both options will go. And we can also, again, continue to do some cleanup. So let's do that. This and this, corners, get rid of certain things like that. So those can go. Let's get rid of all of this. That's out, you guys. What about this 7? That's a corner, by the way. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Get rid of everything that removes multiples. It's quite a few of them. Although not quite enough at the moment. What about this? Oh, I thought this was the 5, but this one might work. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Yeah, we can get rid of you. We've got this 2 here, which actually only has 2 options. So we get rid of everything that removes doubles on that one as well. Now, this guy can never be in because we've removed all options for all 3 of these guys. Doesn't do a ton of work for us, but these guys are just outs anyway. We're getting closer to this 6. What else can we say? This guy has to be out because he removed too many options, which pushes you and you and you and you. That's touching. That's a corner. This guy here can't be in. Again, he'd removed too many options. Does that now give us this 5? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. It does. Good. You. And you. All right. Let's get rid of all this stuff. Put you in. You're out. We know one of those 2 is in. The 3 is done now, so we can put those guys down. This one here is done, so this one is the final for the 5 as well. That's a corner. This one here just has to be in. You guys are done, so you are out. Good. 3, 4. I keep looking back to this 6 because I know it's going to find something at some point. Let's see. We've got this 2 now we can work with a little bit. Now that finishes the 1, which clears out quite a bit. Whether or not it tells us a ton, I don't quite know, but we'll see if we can find something. Let's see. Anything in here? This one here can never be in. Again, it removed multiple options. Meh, in terms of what that does for us, but it's something. We will take those sorts of things. We don't know what these guys are going to. We know that one's here, but this one could be either. You are all done. You guys have your little thing going on over there. What else? I'm sure there's a reduction in these guys here. Yeah, there is. There's no way that any well, yeah, we can't have more than, well, let me rephrase this. Both of these cannot be in. Because if they were, we would have, you know, a set of 2 touching, obviously, and then there'd be nothing on this side. On the flip side, we also can't remove both of these because it would cause the same situation of both these touching. So these are both out, is what that says. That's going to push this 1. Now, hopefully that's enough to finish these guys. 2, 3, 4, 5. Yeah, not quite, but we can put this guy in because we know 2 of these have to be in, but only 2 of them can be in because of the orientation of them. 4, 5. This 6, though, we can actually go back to. We probably could have done that. We saw this 2 here, but that's okay. That forces you in, and you. Good. Now you have to go in, which means you are all in as well. This 2 is done, so let's get him out of there. That's a corner. This guy here and this guy here are just givens, so let's put those in. This 2 is now good, which is going to finish the 6. Now that forces you, and you to all be in, and so are you. Perfect. Now let's see if we can work out what these guys are doing. Yeah, because you have to go to here, so you need that guy. Good. All right, the 1, 5s, and 3s are all done. We said that. The 6s are waiting. The 7 still needs a little bit. Or no, it doesn't. The 7's done. We have 3 now. There's only 4 more to go. Let's put those in. It still doesn't quite resolve this section, but it's something to get going. I don't think we've learned anything about this 7 because we still have 8 options left over. The 1 still has 2 options left over. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Nothing. We can't really say too much about that 5 there at the moment, I don't think either. All right, did we resolve? Okay, we could do more right here. Because this guy goes to you, you go to you, you need a place to go. Which is then going to push you, 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 and you. And you, and you, and you. Good. Now that 1 is resolved, so we can put those, now the 6 comes into play where these 2 have to be in, and that forces you to be in. And you. Now you have to be in, so you go to you go to you, and then all of these will be in, and that finalizes you. Nice. All right, I think I've got it. The inkling to do one more, and the time to do one more. So we're going to jump into this no-mo, the 8x8 and the 9x9, and hopefully we can get through these guys. The 9x9 is getting close to the tip of what we're typically able to do. Look at the 2, only one of these two can be in, so this one has to be in and you have to go there. The 1 as well now, well, not quite. We don't have to put one of these guys in, it could be that guy too. Okay, the 1 here is actually done now, so what does that say for us? It means one of these 2 has to be in for this 2, and then one of those 2 for this guy. Guess that means this one is out. If that's really useful or not, I'm not entirely sure. What about the 3? There we go. The 3 is the place to look. Because we have 2 possibilities here, and then the last one here. So that has to occur. Oop. Forgot, don't double click. We're on no-mo. That pushes you in. Good. Now, all of these are out. The 2 has to be one of those 2 again still, so we're looking there. The 1 is done now. What does that tell me? It tells me that one of these 2 has to be in for this tent alone, which means this guy can't have anything else, so it is one of these 2, and this guy is not in. Which means one of these 2 is. Which means that's out, but we already know that. And one of those 2 is in. Not necessarily. Okay. What else can we do now? Let's think about this 2. Because these 2, we could also click those together, but these 4 right in a row cannot work. So this one and one of these 2 has to be in. Now we said, we didn't, because this guy could be this guy. No, it can't be. The second we put or try to make this tent use this space, we have removed all options for this guy. So this is in for you. That means one of you 2 is there. These are all done. One of those 2 again. And what about this 2 now? Because that's a no, 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 and no. So one of these 2 is in, and this one is in. Again, we can connect these guys if we so feel like it. All right, let's go back to this 2. We know one of those 2 is in. This 2, we know one of those 2 is in. The 1, we know one of those 2 is in. These guys are out, like we said, and those are out. Okay, so this one here has to be in for you. I think I saw that earlier. I just didn't put the 2 and 2 together once this guy got in here. So now this and this have to be in. Now, if that's the case, we have one more here and one more here, so they go here. Oh, wait, we have one more here too, sorry. Got scared for a second. Good. 8x8 done. Let's see if we can do the 9x9. That one actually wasn't terribly hard, but it wasn't easy either. The 0 says you have to go to here, which means you and you all are in. Now, this one has to be in for you, which means this, and this are all out, so you have to be in here. All right, now this 1, Okay, the only place we could have put was one of these two, and this one is now out, so this one's in. That's going to finish this one. So it's either going to be these two guys here, which it can't be because now this is here. So if we think about actually just this 10, these three are all out, so this and this have to be in to work with these guys. Now, with that said, let's go up here, because this one says all of these are out, so these two have to be in. That means this one and this one now have to be in for these guys. Let's mark them, just for poops and giggles. Now, there's only one place left on this one. It's here, and you connect. So let's figure out how we can make these guys work. This one here says these guys are out, so the only thing could go here. Now these two are out, so you have to go here, and you have to go here. There we go. We got through it pretty good. And I think that's great timing because we're about 26 minutes, so that's kind of on the edge of where I'd like to be. I usually try to keep it down to at least around 20 if I can, but usually these guys you can just kind of keep going and going and going if you really want to. But anyway, that will be today's daily of Tents and Trees and September 7th. Hope y'all enjoyed that one, and as always, we'll see you tomorrow. Have a great day.